Let's get Denver Riggleman here, and let's get him on. Denver
Congratulations.
Riggleman, the new Republican nominee of the 5th District in Virginia. Denver, a stunning upset win. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, John. Thank you. I guess I'm supposed to say something now about this stunning upset win. The first thing I want to say is I just got a question about the Whiskey Rebellion if we want to continue to use that moniker. And
yes.
I wanted to say yes because it wasn't about whiskey. It's about federal government overreach. So
right.
I want everybody to know that right now. But as far as the win, John, you know I've always been honest with you. I
yes.
did not expect that. And you probably saw me over there eating an apple. I'm like, hey, I did pretty well. I think I got top 3. This is pretty neat, as we're going forward on this. It was like, hey, Denver, this is tough, man, but it's going to be rough. And then at the end when I heard, some of the comments, I took it to heart. It wasn't that I got angry. I took it to heart that there's some things that I need to work on to make sure that I win this race, and that's what I'm going to do. So the first thing I thought of, John, when I won was, holy crap, time to rock and roll. And that's okay. I've been there before.
Well, nobody can rock and roll Denver better than you. I mean, you really came from nowhere to pull this upset off. But one of the big things I want to get your take on here, because I thought it was very unique, is that you have social positions on social issues that are not in lockstep with traditional red areas of Republicanism. And you didn't run away from that. You didn't sidestep it. You came on my show the other day and you said, I'm pro-gay rights, I'm pro-gay marriage, that's me, that's what I believe in, and I'm pro-life except for incest, rape, and exceptions for an age. That was a very candid thing to say coming into a race like this where you knew that was going to cost you votes, but you did it anyway. And you said, I am who I am. I'm just going to tell people what I think.
It's
very different.
I talked to some of, we had a discussion with a lot of the 5th District Republicans about that, and they distillery, and I've been in the Pentagon Monday morning. Now that I won, I'm going to go back to my distillery today. I'm going to actually serve folks because that's what I do to help the distillery. And I'm going to go to my house and we're going to put a campaign together, and that's how life is.
That's great. And the campaign that you put together, I'm confident that you won't engage in some of the things that we've seen even in recent weeks.
I give my word to you guys. I'm going to be on the battlefield of ideas, and
perfect.
If my team steps out of line, they got to deal with me. And I'm a nice fella, but you won't see me coming.
You're perfect for politics, man.
Look, Denver, we know how tough you are. I mean, I thought that getting a nomination in this environment, in this time frame, was your most difficult challenge because you just simply didn't know the players. You're not involved in this. There was a lot of inside baseball going on. You had the Dunbar factor. You had the Stanley factor. So you're a big underdog. Having said that, I covered your governor's campaign, as you know. I covered it, probably the only person who actually covered it, because I saw it then, and in the short time that you were in, you went around the state and you caught lightning in a bottle. And I told Ed one day, who was asking me about you, I said, if he stays in and he raises the money, Ed, he is going to beat you. And he was like, really? I'm like, yeah, he's going to beat you because, you make a speech and your obligatory people show up. He comes and make a speech, he packs the place, and people go crazy. I mean, the guy, if he catches lightning in a bottle, is going to be the nominee. Now, that didn't work out for you. But here was what we were talking about earlier. You represent a different kind of Republican in Virginia. Certainly you and I are aligned on almost everything, so I'm excited about that. I finally have somebody that agrees with me.
Well, no, I just found it interesting that the same exact life position that Donald Trump had, I was vilified over. I guess I was a little bit...
Same position.
Same position, and also on gay marriage where he doesn't give a rat's.
Same
right?
Position.
It's states' rights,
yeah,
right? This is what we're talking about. If you're a real liberty Republican and you believe in the Republican creed, that's what you believe in. And I don't understand...
Well, the whole...
for me, it's just what I'm wired, right?
We're not going to get into that debate. I have fought the gay rights and gay marriage debate for 30 years, and I've been thrown out of multiple Republican parties over my ardent support and stance on it. We finally won. So, it's over. So
I think
the argument's over. Supreme Court ruled, you're gay, you want to get married, you can get married and live your life.
Well, and the thing is that if we're going to talk, I don't think rights, I think that's not a word I want to use. They just have it anyway based on liberty and our creed. But I'll say this too. You don't get to take the rights away from my religion either. So if it goes one way, it goes the other. So if you're a baker and you want to do your place of business the way you want to do your place of business, you get to do that too. You don't get it both ways. right? And that's how I'm wired also. You don't get it both ways. So, and that's based on my incredible upbringing of being Southern Baptist, Mormon, and Methodist. There's not a lot of people who have that. I promise you that.
Well, you know, the issues here that people really care about are the economy, jobs, workforce training, and those are the things that are going to win this election for you, Denver. And
well, I tell you, I appreciate you three, and I know that you're always going to fight people who don't agree with you 100%. Wouldn't it be cool, though, if you had somebody that you could believe in 100% that they're going to tell the truth? And that is my goal, my objective, and I'm going to do it. I promise.
I feel you. I mean, I honestly feel your authenticity in this. I mean, you are who you are. Voters are going to vote who they're going to vote for, but they like candidates who are genuine and authentic. And I've said this with Jake Rubenstein here, who was the Democratic Party communications director. I've always said that Tim Kaine's most authentic politician I've met in my time in Virginia. I might be sitting next to the second most authentic politician.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you very much. I don't really know what to say. I guess I'm still a little stunned by what happened, because I would have told you guys I would have expected to win.
All right, now we have to ask you the question, the honest question, inside baseball.
I've never posed for any type of magazine, John. Yeah. What is that question,
I would
John?
pose, but no one wants me.
Clearly.
My question is, on the last ballot, I know you guys worked it hard. It's part of what you have to do. But I got to tell you, the Dunbar people thought they had it. They booked Cynthia on a TV show right after that, and then they booked her with me after that, and they got the time down, so they thought they were going to win.
So did I.
You thought Cynthia was going to
I
win.
did.
That was the body language in the room.
That was, but, you didn't think so, Chris? Yeah, okay. So, no, because Chris is a brilliant guy. No, I actually thought it was by 2, and I was okay with that, because I thought at that point we had done the best that we can. The other thing, too, is that what I told my team, and they're sitting right here, how we act in public and how we react to things defines who we are. What we do in private is what makes us who we are. And as we do these type of things, and as we have these type of campaigns, at some point we have to make sure that everything we do is above board and is transparent, and we don't commit fratricide at any point, right? And they did that. They did that. No deals. And when I told them that, I'm like, there are no deals with no candidates. So when you get some person who stands up and yells that because they're a sore loser, I'm happy to talk to you about that in public, in private, or by my river. Because I am so tired of people losing who said no deals. Because if I lost today, you guys think I would have said they're backroom deals? No, I would have said, hey, what, by acclamation, we need to support. And they knew it. Because that's what you have to do. You win with dignity, you lose with dignity, and you're magnanimous no matter what. That's how you conduct your life. And if you can't, I don't want you around me.
Denver Riggleman, looks like you thought like we did. You were down
John,
2 going in. That's the way we handicapped it.
I had Chris, Andrew come up to me. They're like, hey, Denver, good fight. I'm like, yeah, you know what I got to do now? And they're like, what do you got to do now? Yeah, I got to go to the distillery. I got work to do.
So you were just as shocked as everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you, because
two people changed
except for
votes.
Woodfin here. He knew all along.
Woodfin knew all along because he's some kind of sage.
You didn't know it.
You do. We had a shot.
You had a shot. This guy.
Woodfin didn't know either.
Really? Did you?
Out
of 2 people, you had a chance of winning?
So I'll tell you this. For me, talking to Michael Del Rosso conducted himself with absolute aplomb and class around me. Cynthia Dunbar, man, completely classy. Michael Webert, I'm telling you right now, that guy is salt of the earth. And he's going to be selling me some corn for my distillery. It's out there, Mike. You got to do it.
There you go.
Joe Whited, one of the most classy individuals I've ever met, had a great discussion with him, and that was excellent. John knows how I feel about Martha Bedena, right? I wish she would have stayed a little longer. I wanted to give her a hug, but I get it, right? I get it.
No, her vote collapsed.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, she was very
upset. I'm not quite sure. To be honest, John, that action, I'd be like, what was that? Yeah. Right? With Michael and Martha. The rest of the candidates, though, I think it was great. I understand some of the criticisms. I will take them as that, and I will act upon them because that's what's best for the Republican Party. But I'll tell you this. I am a Liberty Republican, and if you can't deal with it, then don't.
Well said.
That's actually, I didn't write that either. That just came out. I know, it's really... I know, that's stuff to
just one more question, because I know...
No, John, no more tough questions, man. I'm really tired.
I know you. You got a very tough opponent in the fall. It's one of the strongest candidates the Democrats have put up in a long time. Leslie Cockburn, she's going to raise She's going to raise a lot of money. She's already raised money, and she's got cannons on the hill. And the Democrats think, no incumbent, they think they got a shot to win this race. So my question to you is, the knock on you, Denver, is, you're just not a prolific fundraiser. You can't raise money, right? That's what happened in your gubernatorial campaign.
Right.
How does that change?
I think it changes based on who I talk to. Sometimes when people think you have a chance to win, it seems that all of a sudden the money comes, right? It's sort of like when you make rank in the military, right? The commissary becomes a lot better to look at. I think right now I've sort of made rank, right? And now you have people contacting me just when I was walking off the stage, like, we have fundraisers that want to talk to you right now. It was lighting up that fast. So what I have to do in the next 2 weeks is, there's going to be campaigning, but I have to raise funds. John, you're right. That's what I got to do. I'm not going to argue with you. Am I going to be able to do it? I frickin' hope so. But I have to give it a shot, right? So Leslie, I've never met Leslie Coburn, so I'm not going to speak badly of anyone. I think we're going to have some philosophical differences that I'm not afraid to address. But there's never going to be anything where I say that she's an awful human being or something like that, because we don't know her soul. We don't know anything like that. So what I'm going to do, we're going to get in the ring and fight. We're going to put the gloves on. But afterwards, you shake hands, and whoever comes out on top and wins, you make sure that you win with dignity and you lose with dignity, and you always tell the truth and you're transparent. Now, if they want to get crazy, though, I've had a couple military campaigns where people wanted to get crazy with me, so I'm not that worried about that either. So
I don't think the cannons on the hill are going to scare
no, I'm not really.
Riggleman.
I'm not really afraid of that. You know what I'm most afraid of on Earth? You guys would like to know? Frickin' snakes when you're underneath changing your air conditioner filter. That is the most terrifying, frapping thing when you're changing your air conditioning filter. Comes out.
Wait a minute.
I scream like a girl. I hit my head against the top of the frickin' underneath of the deck. That's fear.
You
going in this political campaign? No fear.
He's pretty disciplined on his ability to take profanity and shape it into non-profanity, and yet still have the
I
profanity.
I got to master that.
That's strong discipline right there.
Thank you so much.
Well, for somebody that shot terrorists and makes whiskey to be afraid of snakes.
No. If you're in the dark trying to change a filter and you feel something on your frickin' foot, trust me, you're done. Okay, you're done.
Don't tell your staff to do that.
No, I don't. Staff don't do that.
So you're going to come on my? If we invite you and Leslie to a debate, will you do it?
Of course I would. Why wouldn't I?
You're going to come on my show on a regular basis?
Now I have to, John. Right?
That's right.
You're the. Of course. I mean, I got to do all that. Yeah, I got to do that, right? If you're trucking for the truth, I need to bring my HD 2500 up there, right? That's
because I have a commitment that your opponent's going to come on a
great. I think what that takes a lot of bravery. You ask some. There's questions you've asked.
He's as gentle as a lamb.
Oh, John likes to slant angle me all the time and try to get
the Democrats. He knows that. He's a lover, not a fighter.
That's right. But no, I appreciate you being here. I got to tell you, John, I actually thought I was going to be sitting here going, man, I gave it a frickin' freshman try. It was awesome, right?
That's what Woodfin said.
You
got a shot. The hell does that mean?
When he said you got a shot, I'm like, what, do you have a flask with you? What are you talking about? So,
you got a shot.
What's going on here?
The hell's that?
Yeah. Shots available at Silver Distillery.
That's right.
Right up the road. You would expect your key guy to say, I got this. We're going to win, right? He says, well, we got a shot.
So, was that
you got a shot? You're on the final ballot.
Did he say that I got a shot?
Woodfin said you had a shot.
Thanks for that.
It's a resounding confidence.
Thanks for that resounding vote of confidence, Woodfin. That means we just got this.
You got a shot.
Yeah, that could happen.
There's two people remaining, and he says you got a shot. Well, what's the alternative?
Thanks, you, Woody. I did. I think I got 3.5. No, so that's right. It does. No, thank you guys again for everything that you've done. Hey, any questions you got? I'm here, but I got to get some food here soon.
Look,
guys.
Go eat. Thank you for
your time. I think I got some blood
Denver.
Sugar issues.
Congratulations on a great,
thank you.
Stunning victory.
Yeah, it is a little stunning.
Where were you a week ago, huh?
What is today?
Saturday.
Today is Saturday. A week ago, I was at the distillery, right? Then I got a call my grandmother was not feeling well. So, but no, we worked at the distillery. I want to give a shout out to Evelyn Riggleman. I hope you're doing all right, my grandma. Right. So, thanks.
Thanks for being here.
Congratulations, best
Denver Riggleman. Thank you so much, Denver. Thank you. Great victory. I just got to tell you one other thing while you're still here. You have no idea the sigh of relief, Denver, that went on at the Republican National Committee when we announced you had won. The prospect of a Dunbar candidacy, you don't have to comment on this, was freaked them out, and they kept texting me. and they are having a party right now that you won. They really wanted you to be the nominee.
Well, first
and
of
they
all,
kept texting me and asking me what was going on, and I was being honest with them, and they were like, "We're going to lose the seat. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that."
Here's the deal. I put the party in GOP, first of all, okay? So we're not going to worry about that. But I've never met any of those cats. So the thing is, they need to give me a ring, and I'm happy to go up there and talk. So, being out of here, and I think I'm going to have to fundraise. So if you're out there listening right now, I'm coming. So
okay, Denver,
thank you, brother.
Thank you. Denver Riggleman, he is the nominee of the Republican Party in the 5th District, and what a stunning upset. And got to get Ben on. We got to get Ben Tribbett on. He's got some intel. He's calling us all. Ben Tribbett knows what happened. See, that's the thing with Ben. That's why he's a FOJ, because that's why I love Ben Tribbett, because he knows what's going on.
I owe him. He's also a friend of Sachs. I owe him 2 steak dinners for his performance in my basketball brackets from the NCAA tournament.
He's pretty good.
Well, he won both of my brackets.
Well, he was a professional gambler before he got into politics.
I think he
still gambles. But
smart guy.
That's all he did. He gambled.
He's a really smart guy.
Yeah, he's good.
But I have to take him to dinner. I have to take him to dinner twice.
What?
I have to take him to dinner twice.
Well, just take him to White Castle, and
we're going to do classy steak joints.
You can go to the Family Dollar store.
All right, guys, I've got to go.
Nancy,
it was fun making
checking
history
out.
Together today.
Thank you, Nancy.
You always class up the joint.
I know, Nancy died. Thanks for being with us. We're live.
Well, she needed somebody to balance with me.
I tell you what,
self-awareness is key.
Republican National.
Hey, it's a character I play. It's
Aaron, the Republican National Congressional Committee (RNCC) is so excited right now. They got such a huge sigh of relief when we stunningly announced that Denver won. We're going to try to get Ben on.
Well, I mean, and they were just thinking the same thing.
Here's
the average
Ben.
person
Put your headphones on. Put those headphones on there. We got Ben Tribbett on. Ben, you can follow him at Not Larry Sabato. He's an FOJ friend of John, very good friend of mine, great guy. Also a very, 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 very astute, longtime Democratic national consultant. Ben, great to have you, buddy.
Hey, John.
So we understand you have a little intel that you or somebody is referring to as Judas. Ooh. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. So this came from me from a source in the 5th District committee that was affiliated with sort of the anti-Dunbar campaign. And it's very interesting because it explains a lot about what we were all talking about on the early ballots. Apparently there was a committee member who was, we'll call him anti-Dunbar, but not necessarily, I'm not sure if they had any particular favorite or not, but was coordinated with the campaigns against her, that was casting ballots to inflate her vote totals on some of the ballots to mislead the Dunbar campaign of where they stood in the voting. So apparently this person, after the first ballot, got cold feet on the second ballot, which is why you saw Dunbar drop off by 1 vote, because they were concerned that she could be marshaling in some gains. Once they realized she wasn't, they came back to her on the third ballot, left her again on the final ballot, and all in an attempt to try to mislead her people as to where they actually stood in the vote at any given time.
Wow. So a Dunbar, anti-Dunbar committee member, right?
Right.
Voted with Dunbar to inflate her numbers to give them a false sense of where they were. Got cold
That's
feet.
Machiavellian.
Got cold feet. It's got cold feet on the second ballot,
came
right?
Back.
Came back to her in the third ballot, knowing she
And
wasn't
then
going to get
dropped off on the
19.
fourth.
And then they counted her, and that was the vote that went for Riggleman. That's why they lost.
So it wasn't even a vote.
And they were calling this Operation Judas.
Operation Judas.
Oh, I think you're just...
No, I think Ben is right.
I've pulled some crap in my day, but not even...
No, I think Ben is right, because if you look at the drop-off in the second ballot...
How would he know this?
Because he's Ben Tribbett.